quiet above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my piloting skills.
So much for peace and quiet. Would it kill the... And I don't see an Insta-coffee in your hand. Allow me to assure you that I know absolutely nothing about any allegedly illegal broad... They must know I'd never involved myself in such despicable activities. There's utterly no reason to arrest anyone in this... In fact, you're doing me a favor by helping me disable any alleged such broadcasts, if they exist. You could do me another favor by mentioning my loyalty to the board in your report.
You've got a real creative definition of loyalty, and I mean that as a compliment.
Hiram, you have to be the slimiest, most two-faced man I've ever called a friend.
Oh, you called us friends. I'm not sure whether to be touched or insulted by that. Look, you never met a man more willing to work with the board than me. I know we can come to an agreement, please. Sophia does? What sort of an amount are we intimating here? Never mind. The details are of no matter for now. I'm happy to help the board in any way I can, for so long as they can. And as you've already shut down the transmission from Amber Heights and Stellar Bay, I suppose it won't kill me to work under Sophia. I am on familiar terms with her from a... As I am now inextricably in the board's service, I'd say we're done here. Unless, of course, you require anything further. Yes, the one that crashed. I saw it on the security feed. A bit What about it? Is this bonding? Next, you'll be asking me how I got the scar on my chin when I was 11. Most of it's underneath along my jaw, but yes, it seems to have faded with time. Moral of the story is, never run with scissors. Not surprising. Don't guess the captain would have quite pegged the price of disrepair. A shame. The iconoclasts? Yes, let's arm the radical cultists. Excuse me while I order 2.5 million sandbags to build up around my tower. The board I'm getting... Ask me... How... Give my...
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
I've just finished reading a report of your work on... I almost regret the passing of Mr. Nandi. He would have made a fine bureaucrat if he hadn't sacrificed his loyalties. And you brokered an alliance with the broker himself. Hiram Blythe is a valuable asset. Your work is exemplary. Now we introduce...
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living from malnutrition. But we're doing it together, and that's what matters. I fucking swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed. But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity. Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this! While Halcyon's brightest minds solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis, so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony. By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals, and rest assured with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
Halcyon is on the verge of a total systems collapse. The truth is ugly and difficult to accept, but we must accept the truth before we can move forward. Malnutrition is already a problem. Disease will come next, followed by starvation, followed by a breakdown of society, followed by extinction. I know this must come as a surprise to you. I imagine you have questions.
Guess Monarch folk ain't the only ones fucked around here. That ain't exactly an uplifting thought.
I know your face. Stellar Bay's most infamous hunter. How curious that you've thrown your lot in with the captain. Monarch may harbor delusions of independence, but make no mistake. You are a part of our colony. If we fall, Monarch falls with us.
What's in this for you? There's gotta be an angle. There always is for people like you.
I appreciate your skepticism, Dr. Fenhill. But I'm not doing this for any personal gain. My angle is the preservation of our colony by any means possible. Nothing more, and nothing less. I won't pretend the truth isn't damning. Yes, the colony is on the verge of collapse, but there is a way to save it. We need to talk about Emerald Vale. Thanks to your meddling, Edgewater is without power. Operations have ground to a halt. You've left us with a useless town draining our resources. Edgewater needs to go. I want you to wipe the town out. No survivors.
I get that you board types are all about efficiency, but isn't this a bit much?
I'm asking your captain to amputate a rotting limb from the colony. I'd expect you to understand, Dr. Fenhill.
I will hunt beasts until I'm out of ammunition, and then I'll fight a good long while after. But I am not about to mow down a crowd of innocent people.
Then I suggest you find your courage, or pretend you're hunting beasts. Now is not the time for half measures, Captain. I need a decision from you. When you diverted power to the botanical lab, you spelled the end of Edgewater. But the town is still hanging on, still living off whatever meager resources we send them. With every passing day, Edgewater leaches more of our limited resources. Edgewater's workers consume 6 times as many resources as they produce. The best thing that town can do for its colony is to... I'm not asking you to be a murderer. I'm asking you to be a surgeon. We don't have any other option. Edgewater is beyond saving. You were in the Emerald Vale geothermal plant. Do you remember? You've been paying attention. In fact, Spacer's Choice manufactured the incident for an insurance claim. They outfitted their mechanicals with a termination protocol, which is exactly what we need. The insurance claim has been locked in committee for years, but the individual responsible for the accident was promoted. I'm arranging for a delivery of mechanicals to Edgewater. These mechanicals have been equipped with the same termination protocol, which must... Once the mechanicals are finished cleaning out Edgewater, I'll need you to go in and clean out them. I would never ask you to walk into Edgewater and slaughter everyone with your own 2 hands. We're not savages. One last thing. Spacer's Choice sent a team of soldiers to investigate your little misadventure in the geothermal plant. Tread lightly. Report back to me when the
How many?
Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you just see the... The same way, bits might earn you a plate. For favors like this, you need to spend... Now, do we have any...
Miss Proper, this... Minister...
Out with it, you wretched contraption! Does nothing in this... Did he work anymore?
How may I... We... You... Oh. Couldn't... You... You... Here's your...
I'll sue every technician and...
Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you...
There's nothing to...
Chasing...
Ma-
I want...
Do you... Huh. All right.
How did you get in here? You! If it...
I don't...
Will... Oh, dear. Of course. You... I've...
Yeah, sure.
Please, whatever... How should I know? But there is a... Whatever rock...
This...
Exactly.
We...
This is about more than... Why, this is starting to... Halcyon... allegedly in... I assure you, I didn't ask, but I'm attempting to make the... Now, we've got to get into the HH, but only board employees are allowed into the district. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but... Well, when you... Oh, wait, please, take this and transmit it from his... But they need to... Why, indeed. I know so little about... But I'm afraid I don't... Besides... What is... I've gathered meeting minutes once the...
You're awful trusting for a guy...
The Earth Directorate is our best hope. Depending on the nature of their organizing and sending... And now I entrust it...
If I'd known we were set to lounging, I'd have recommended a bar.
Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you just see the stench of impropriety radiating off of her?
Excuse me,
You could dismantle a single room of this place, sell the materials, and feed everyone on Monarch for a month.
I beg your pardon, Minister Clark. What? Oh dear.
Like a raft among the rocks.
Nothing exciting ever happens around here.
Sorry, I shouldn't talk.
If you see any sprats loose up here... Sorry, I shouldn't talk.
If you see any sprats loose up here, definitely don't touch them.
Not so fast.
It's okay.
I don't care if you're a brave.
Worth a try. You...
Like I said, I don't know how you got that, but I still don't know you. What? Oh no. You must be from Chairman Rockwell's office. I'm so sorry. Please.
Nice work, Captain.
Hey, did Tillman get transferred or something?
That's right. You weren't here when it happened. Some UDL officers took him into custody.
Oh, what did they take him for?
UDL's been questioning anybody with possible connections to...
What's this I hear about you ordering more tests performed with sample 4157? That batch failed spectacularly.
I saw a variance in the results that we never accounted for. Trial.
They got the drop on us. That was a nice warm-up.
Move along.
Nothing exciting ever happens around here. Someone needs to teach those iconoclasts a lesson for what they did to our gunship.
Oh, there. That's one right there.
Go on in.
decided you... How delightful. What is it? The latest issue of Dissident Hunter. I've been waiting... Well, this is curious. It seems someone's sneaking a few things by the sensors. This is a promising direction indeed. Excellent! I knew there was hope. Once the Earth Directorate learns of our plight here, they'll... You are a bold one indeed. Unfortunately, the Earth Directorate is distant...
Damn right. What's the saying about idle hands? That they belong to boring people?
This is most heartening. Unfortunately, there is little else I... The board's... Why, what I... That's what I tell myself. Halcyon...
Headed for. Monarchs are...
A cautionary tale, isn't it? What a pleasure. I haven't... Haven't you heard? Except for the bit... Aside... We saw... Probably because when he saw... It's quite...
Captain Hawthorne never worked to support the board before, at least not officially. I suppose we are turning over a new leaf? Welcome back. How can... See you... We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain. If you don't mind my saying, Captain, Minister Clark is lucky to have you on his side.
You some sort of freelancer?
Hell of a job. You know, that said, you ain't been eaten or shot to death yet. Says a lot about the... So how's about this? Outs... I...
Describe... It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. This area is currently experiencing a... Damn it. You're with our claims department, right? I told those idiots to call me the moment you landed. Don't let me get in your way.
Got my sights on you.
Got my sights.
When I was stranded in Emerald Vale, I simulated a number of hypothetical scenarios in which Edgewater met its demise. Death by automechanical was number 57. We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
I've just been informed that the problem of Edgewater... You should be proud of yourself, Captain. You're on the verge of making history. I've made arrangements for you to journey to the Hope. You will board your former colony ship, reactivate its navigation systems, and skip the colony ship into orbit around Tartarus. Once the Hope is in position, we will have everything we need to begin. You've proven yourself more than capable. Give yourself some credit, Captain. I have the highest faith in your abilities, Captain.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker. I'll lock up behind you.
Stampede near maple syrup. It's near.
If this is something to... Sure is. One of my guys in Stellar Bay has a lead on some... We arranged... Now, get going. One last thing. When you're on the job, keep a pair of eyes in the back of your head. Could be. You'll do fine.
Think I'll watch our backs.
Sublight manifesting to work. Good gig if you don't mind where the bits come from.
We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain.
It's been quite some time since I was in Stellar Bay. I'd forgotten. We used that on our marketing materials, you know. Soon, there will be no marketing materials, no advertisements, no shrub. We'll spread the truth to the townships first. The board. If your enemy defends itself with slaves, then Byzantium, I suppose. Find Rockwell, convert him, or... He's chosen his path. If it... Besides, to the rest of the colony... At any rate, I must thank you, Captain. We aren't in any... Some will make do... I surely will, Captain.
I hear those rich people in Byzantium pay a handsome bit for Rat Musk. That they also paid us to stink. Velma seem out of sorts to you?
It's always cranky. You seen Arthur today?
Judging from the blood spatter. Sure. Funny. You don't look like one. Good of you to finally haul your ass over. Got something that... Found it on a corpse, huh? If you killed Lilia's agent... Well, shit. I knew he'd... Still, no time for weeping and wailing. Alright. One of my runners uncovered a cache of Alta Vitae gas. To extract the gas, you'll need to siphon it from the lab in Cascadia into one of your ship's fuel tanks. I do like your... To get to the gas, you'll need to navigate through the lab itself.
And will again. We ought to be...
Direct and aggressive.
Crews are for ships.
Close enough. Now, after you clear the Mantina, the task will require someone with technical skills. Or you could force it... Dandy. Did I mention the gap? Once you've got our goods, take... I've marked the best of...
So, sneak onto a Lost Colony ship and skip it across the system? What could go wrong?
You're adjusting before you pull. You're anticipating.
Of course I'm anticipating it. What if I shoot a friend on accident?
That's on account of your stance. You want to lean into it. Embrace it. Work with it. You're in control here, Parvati, not the gun. Don't let a hunk of metal jerk you around. You've been around powerful machinery all your life. You're always in control, right?
I guess that's kind of like when the filler's shooting 600 cans of near molten cell tuna down the conveyor while I'm... Hello? Anybody here?
not a word. Oh, point is, Captain. So what? Sure.
Proximity alert. Biology. Attempting to dispriming web. Executive level password accept, be advised. Mantis or threat have a product.
Captain, a touchdown on Cascadia's landing pad. You'll need to connect the storage tanks to my fueling system, and then initiate the transfer to an authorized terminal within the lab.
Easy.
Nicely done.
Machinery's making me a mite nervous.
Let me take a look-see. Okay, I'm thinking if I patch this into our fuel cell... Just gotta compensate for the pressure difference. We burn liquid reaction mass, not gas. Absolutely, Cap. There we are. Good as pretty. Oh, I just did my thing. You know.
I'm impressed. I would have just tried to blow the thing up.
Our fuel cells are now primed with Alta... We've arrived at the groundbreaker. That gas is... Take this. You've earned it. You got... Monarch isn't exactly a walk down the lanes of Byzantium. But here you are with all your limbs attached. Call me impressed, contractor. No one you saw, anyway. Glad to see you're looking out for yourself. You've been keeping busy. I hear you took on some extra work at Fallbrook. Catherine doesn't always play nice with others. But it sounds like she and Clive reached some kind of understanding. Hey, when you were at the slaughterhouse, those swine didn't give you any... I knew it. I'm probably getting worked up over nothing. Just try not to think about pigs. I've got a lot on my mind, but it's nothing that concerns me. I have another job lined up. Assume they're gonna salvage me a space station. Heliospheric research.
How big we talking? Not like groundbreaker big, right?
This opportunity... Here, this override bypass should get you into the station systems where you can plant my And one last thing. When you get there, make sure you aren't followed. I'm on the heels of something big. Play your cards right and I'll clue you in, but right now, just be careful. We've reached HRS-1084, Captain. It's emitting a very weak docking signal. I almost mislabeled it.
Nothing but the void here, Captain. I just as soon leave it cold, dark, and derelict. We ought to keep an eye on these autos. We poke around too much, they might wake up.
Something you... Quiet, Cap.
Captain, I've been attempting to contact you with urgent news. A UGL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently...
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. So glad we finally have... You've been poking your nose into restricted locations. This makes my superiors unhappy. I could... Adjutant Akande? Apologies for wasting your time, Captain. Whatever business Ms. Akande has at the station, I hope to see it in your report one day.
My dad used to say words have power. You proved them true. Step lively, Captain.
Here I go.
They've been left here all along.
Suppose Sublight will thank us for this. I hope that thanks comes in the form of cash. Chartrand is that scientist, right? From Cascadia?
Captain, I wish to offer my commendations for convincing the UDL's gunship to leave HRS-1084. I did... We've arrived at the groundbreaker.
Finally, a base of our own. I'll have those dismantled. You can never be too careful when moving into someone else's territory. Aside from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station? I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. You might have figured that out already. After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know. Maybe the worst. Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in sea. Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084, and who knows what else. We have to put a stop to it. Hear me out.
This doesn't feel at all right, Captain.
Right. I'm done. I'm officially tuning you out until such time as I hear the words payment and/or shooting.
The crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into the unknown with blindfolds on. I assume you have questions? If we're gonna see this through, I'll need your trust and commitment. Conspiracy. One carried out with the help of human collaborators. This is an invasion of our very cells. That damned gas is mixing our nucleon with halcyon biology to twist us, change us, make us more like those monsters. Terrific. That go-getter initiative will carry you Sharing my findings took a calculated risk. If you were... Probably nothing to worry about, as... Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species.
You don't even want to know why...
This keycard will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says.
Groundbreaker's safe from melting to bits now.
What's up? Sure. I don't have a single... In a... No, we weren't... It ain't exactly... Good.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
So, sneak onto a...
So, sneak onto a lost colony ship and skip it across the system. What could go wrong?
So we're skipping a colony ship for the board. Tartarus is a hell. Not like there's a long list of contenders. I think you're making a smart play. The board holds every advantage, and you've elbowed your way into their ranks. I can take a hit. Where do you think this is headed for everyone else, though? You think the board's gonna pull Halcyon out of its... I don't know about that. In any case, say the word and I'll be right... Anything else? This reminds me of... Oh, never mind.
Great work.
Top-of-the-line equipment. Better than most.
That's far enough. What are you doing? You're in my house, and I'm... Let's talk about this. Please. If you came looking for some elaborate scheme, it isn't here. All I'm doing is trying to keep Halcyon alive.
What are you doing, Doctor? This information is beyond classified.
You can write me up in your report. It hardly matters. I'm researching a new way to feed the colony. The crops we transplanted from Earth don't give us the nutrients we need. Our colonists might not realize it yet, but they're starving. You're working with Sophia. Then you must know how desperate things are. I believed that I could adapt humans to live on Halcyon's terms. That I could change us. Give us the ability to derive sustenance from the nutrients the food does have. Look around. I know. I was there. Thomas was the first to take the gas. A simple test, he said. I told him not to, but he insisted. We learned a lot from his autopsy. Enough that we could try it on each other and know when to stop. No one else died. I must find a cure so his sacrifice isn't in vain. I wouldn't allow us to experiment on convicts or the unemployed. It's wrong, no matter what the law says. Everyone agreed. We accepted the risks. I'm desperate. I've already asked all the best institutes on Earth for help. Years ago, we sent a message out on the Cornelius Vanderbilt, but heard nothing back. It's been missing for over 2 years now. They never re-established contact after the skip to Earth. Of course, the board is keeping that under wraps.
Imagine losing something with that many guns on it.
That ain't a shock. Board folks will lie to their own mothers if it preserves their paychecks.
The board is uneasy about letting the colony know, seeing as half of their military force vanished without a trace. The board also has its brand to uphold. If you can't trust the brand, what else is there? Once we can replicate a success, the board will move to rewire our nucleon. With any luck, our next generation will be eating and thriving off Halcyon crops.
Knowing what the board considers a success, that doesn't give me a lot of hope.
Fuck that. People are people, and ought to stay the way they were born. They start trying to tinker with my blood, I'll bury them.
We haven't made enough strides to advance the plan. Hardly any at all. But we have to keep trying. You could always shoot me. I assume that's why you're here. If I die, there's no one who can reproduce our work. Every sacrifice will have been for nothing. And we'll be no closer to a solution that feeds the colony. The one on the wanted posters? They say he's an anarchist. A madman, a butcher. I'll do it.
Doctor!
What choice do I have, Commander? For the last time, I need to get out of here. Phineas can contact me when he's ready to work together. For now, I'd better pack up the lab and head somewhere discreet.
Give me one reason why I should let you walk out of here alive. Damn, that's a real good one. Now move along. The doc has a lot of work ahead of her, tidying up and such.
What's up?
I believe your choice to spare Chartrand would be considered the honorable path, yes? Sublight's money is inconsequential in the face of ethics. The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Is it done? Well, damn. Contractor grew a conscience. As your employer, I'm both angry and disappointed. I'll add that to your file. Technically, I owe you an exit interview. Care to justify your betrayal of our speech? You're awfully quick to trust someone who offed her colleague. Out of my office.
This is why I always ask for half my payment.
I like her, Captain. Let's go before we have to paint this office with her blood.
I said get out. Time for you to move along. You keep lingering like this, I'm bound to get nervous.
We have arrived at the Hope. I need you to You'll have to connect me to the Hope's if your calculations are even slightly off, or the sun. Forgetfulness. I need you. You'll have to connect me to the
Welcome aboard, Captain. Mizukande. I wish this place were in better condition for you, but we're in a bit of a... Do I look like an engineer? Alls I know is that we shut off, and that means... We tried that. Didn't work. We stored what cards we could find in the... I'd heard rumors, but I never thought. So you're, what, 70-something years old? Whew.
take your best shot, asshole. Watch the throw it work.
Can't think of much worse than drooling on your pillow in front of a bunch of strangers.
Make it move ready.
And am attempting to establish contact with the Hope's more primitive processor. I see you've located the stasis chambers. Which pod were you slumbering in for so long, Captain? The missing one, I take it? That's the Hope's computer up ahead. I'll admit, I am curious to wake him.
Fine. The sooner we jump this ship, the sooner we can get back to solid ground.
Greetings, Captain. I am speaking to you through the Hope's computer system. It's a rather cramped feeling, but it'll do. Are you sure? And I'll... Jump starting? I would...
Oh no. Captain, don't do this. I ain't...
Admit...
Does your captain seriously intend to do a micro-jump in system with engines that haven't been powered in 70 years? On a derelict ship?
That is what my captain intends, yes.
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive. The Zero-Point Drives Corp and I will not be held responsible for any damage incurred during transport. And this will cause extreme damage.
Yes.
You should not be doing this.
Thank you, Hope. It looks... Oh, good. We are still alive and have successfully skipped into Tartarus's orbit. The board has initiated contact. I believe they're eager to speak with you once you've returned to the ship.
Did we move? I hardly felt a thing.
Was that an attempt at humor, Doctor? Certain levels of drollness are difficult for me to discern.
Felt anything like that. I'm gonna need a minute.
You have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande. Captain, you have an incoming
Attention, Captain of the Unreliable. This is Chairman Rockwell. I'm on Tartarus and, we need your help. Thanks to your intelligence, we successfully captured Phineas, but he's somehow turned the tables on us. That crackpot scientist has caused a riot among the prisoners and unpaid laborers. It's a law-damned bloodbath down here. As if that weren't enough, he's gone and taken Sophia hostage. I'm not gonna mince words. The situation is dire. I need your help. Among other things, we can... I don't know. They're in the pit. He lost his mind years ago. Make haste, Captain. We're losing men by the... Oh, fuck. Fuck! They're at the door! I need to hide. Hurry!
Captain, as it appears we may soon be embarking, I believe the crew would like to speak with you.
Looks like the board needs our services again.
But what if it's a trick and she means to get rid of us for good?
Captain, your service to the board has been invaluable. If you wish to claim your rightful place in Byzantium...
Don't take it personal. That's just a
If they offer us a retirement plan, we'll know they've reneged.
Hey, don't look at me. You already know what I think about...
Without a doubt. Long as we...
Whatever may await you, it's best not to dock at the prison until you're sure you've settled...
No complaints here.
None of that, boss. We got us a job to do.
For the record, I didn't ask.
And I thank you for that, Captain.
I don't think I want that weight on my shoulder.
Waiting on your command... Welcome back. How can I... See you soon. Captain, I am pleased to inform... Please be advised that electrical resident count is as follows. The interior can... I would also... I can make the assurance...
You're the backup, right? From Akande? These bloodthirsty sprat bags have no respect. I don't understand that. You've got it.
biometric ID? I could I'm never supposed to Alright, but if anyone gets on my case... There. Tartarus security out. Hang on. Is that another ship coming in? I think that's from the groundbreak. Between you and the Mardettes, we may be...
Transmission terminated. How can I... Goodbye.
Captain did right by us once.
What?
Now it's our forward for groundbreaker.
Trash like you. Somebody
Stay down, Hullhead.
put him in the dirt!
Who's that? Who's that?
He's coming! Can't do that! Can't do that! Ow! Whoa, that's gonna leave a mark!
Whew. We have a lot of shooting to do, Captain.
What's that? Hey,
System crime in progress. Error. Employee information not found. Error. Register.
Looking sharp.
Like a wrapped among the rocks.
Hey, you join... Yeah.
initiated.
Sorry, Captain. I'm going.
go! Nice one! Nice one! Will do, Captain. I'm going!
Guess it was nothing.
Here we go!
Guess we're going up.
I'm going. Bingo!
Unauthorized person.
Get in there, troops! For Monarch! For Halcyon!
I'm going! Here I go. Here we go. Watch the throw one. Anyone else? Let's show 'em what for. Yeah, that's how we fucking do it. Sora can see me now. Take him down. That's at an edge. Gonna sell your shit right. Calm before the storm and all that.
Hope you're right about this, Captain.
When I pulled you out of the Hope, I never imagined you'd turn me over to the board. Planting a bug in my terminal? That's low. We could have saved this colony, you know. That was always the plan. I revive you, you do as I say. I tell you to go there, get me this If you'd just listened to me, we could have rescued everyone on the Hope. We could have been the saviors of Halcyon. But you didn't listen. No one in this damn Fighting back! I've released every prisoner in Tartarus. We'll take this prison over, or die in the attack. I'm wise to you and your silver tongue. You may have talked you. I don't care how many guns you've brought. If you try... I haven't lost. Adjutant Akande is my captive. If I'm to die here... If you insist on interfering... I... So, you found out. I suppose it's not enough. Yes, I've killed people. Is that what you wanted to hear? I experimented on dozens of the Hope's colonists. Every last one of them died in agony. They were never patients. No, they were just things. Husks of frozen organic matter. It was only when the screaming started that they became people. It always starts with screaming, followed by thrashing. I had hoped reviving the colonists would make everything better. I could somehow I had hoped the end would justify the means. Oh, my life's work has been an exercise in futility. I expect... I've programmed the Labyrinth's mechanical warden to kill you on sight. You were my greatest...
All security.
Thank the law you're here. That madman was out of control. You were right to put him down. And what about you? I'm not hurt. Well, except you've put down the worst riot in our history. Rid the colony of a danger. We don't have a moment to lose. We're gonna have... We've lost all contact with Earth. It's been 3 years since we've received a message. 2 years ago, the Earth Directorate's frigate disappeared en route to Earth.
They haven't exactly been hands-on around here anyway. So there's one left.
Earth was more than just some distant colonial authority, Dr. Fenhill. Earth was our lifeline. And now...
So we've got to make do on our own.
We must find a way to carry on by ourselves. For better or... We're alone, Captain. That's all I know for certain. Whatever happens to this colony, we're going to have to deal with it on our own. Yes, we do have a long road ahead of us. But I have faith. You're the reason I'm still standing here today. The board will survive because of you. And as the... It's time we carried out the program. I support your decision wholeheartedly. Now more than ever before, Halcyon needs strong leadership and a steady guide. We're on our own now. Earth isn't coming to...
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The riots in Tartarus ended in a total victory for the board. Without any significant threats to challenge their power, the board asserted their control over the colony. The lifetime employment program began immediately, and the people of Halcyon did exactly what they were expected to do. They obeyed. Sophia Akande converted the labyrinth from a prison to a processing center. She jettisoned the original colonists out of the Hope and transformed the ship into a massive storage facility. One by one, the workers of Halcyon surrendered themselves to the program. They arrived with their families and their friends, their colleagues and their neighbors, and then, one by one, they marched into their stasis chambers. As the workers of Halcyon slept in their hibernation chambers, their settlements became ghost towns, left behind by the board to be reclaimed by nature. Only Byzantium remained, a shining beacon of civilization in an otherwise abandoned colony. The people of Byzantium spent the rest of their days gorging themselves on their stockpile of resources. As for the workers of Halcyon, they never felt the effects of the collapse. They never felt anything at all. With the board shuttering many of its smaller townships, Graham was never able to spread his ideals to Byzantium. On Monarch, however, the iconoclast movement swelled, forming the colony's hotbed of philosophical thought and freedom, a consistent counterpoint to the board's capitalist regime. Or so they viewed themselves, at least. The Byzantium elite find it endearing that those anarchistic hoopleheads are still allowed to breathe Halcyon air. Consumed by paranoia, Lilia Hagen took sublight salvage in a controversial direction, openly accusing board officials of an extraterrestrial conspiracy. One day, an accident at the Groundbreaker's docking bay silenced her forever. Time would tell if her replacement could keep the sublight family together. Over the years, the ruins of Edgewater caused irreversible environmental damage to the landscape of Emerald Vale, owing largely to the presence of toxic compounds in the town's building materials. As for Edgewater's former workers, their remains provided a source of nourishment for the region's fauna, leading to an explosion in the sprat population. The collapse of Edgewater left its workers bereft of any purpose in life. Most of them made their way to Adelaide Medevitt's camp, hoping to ingratiate themselves into her favor. Adelaide accepted only a few to her community. The rest were turned away and likely died of starvation. Nevertheless, Adelaide's camp grew into a well-established town. It was only a matter of time before the adjutant sent her troops to wipe out Adelaide's town. Only one deserter escaped the massacre. He was believed to be carrying the last remaining copy of Adelaide's research. The bounty on his head remains unclaimed. While the groundbreaker remained mechanically stable, the changing times forced Junlei Tennyson to make some difficult calls on behalf of her community. The work of maintaining independence was an uphill climb, and she found herself caving to bad faith compromises with the board. Time will tell if the groundbreaker can endure. As smaller settlements were swallowed up and their workers drafted into the lifetime employment program, Byzantium continued to thrive. While its citizens lived in decadence and extravagance, a small cadre of scientists worked to solve the nutrition crisis that threatened Halcyon. No one else much noticed the townships that disappeared from the map, or the luxuries that slowly lost their luster year by year. Your influence shifted Ellie's perspective. She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people. Sometimes. With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe. Some of them were even legal. As the board reasserted control over Halcyon, Felix came to realize that his life as an upstart rebel had come to an end. The board's victory crushed any hope for a grand revolution across Halcyon. And so Felix, once again, found himself without a purpose in life. And so, disillusioned with his former boss and with nowhere left to go, Felix left his crew without saying goodbye. He was never heard from again. As a reward for his part in her courageous rescue, the adjutant invited the vicar known as Max to become one of the leaders of the Order of Scientific Inquiry. But Max had no interest in serving any organization, let alone the OSI, which he knew would never tolerate his heretical theories. Instead, he attempted to minister to the people of Byzantium. They rejected his ideas, being far too satisfied with their own material comforts. Disillusioned, Max gave up and left the city. He was never heard from again. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed. As the board began to roll out their lifetime employment program, Parvati was increasingly plagued by dreams of freezing to death, and rarely left their shared quarters. Stymied by dwindling resources, Junlei struggled to keep the Groundbreaker afloat. Their relationship couldn't survive the strain. Parvati moved into crew quarters and found work servicing water pumps in hydroponics. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. Adjutant Sophia Akande was instrumental in executing the lifetime employment program. Following the death of Chairman Rockwell, Sophia Akande served as the loyal adjutant to her former freelancer, now the most powerful person in Halcyon. With Halcyon's workers suspended in a state of hibernation, starvation and chaos are problems of the past. The Lifetime Employment Program succeeded in its goals, but that success came at a price. The Halcyon of today is nothing at all like the colony of yesteryear. Power remains concentrated in Byzantium, but all the colony's resources serve the lifestyle of the elite, thereby transforming Halcyon into one of the smallest and most exclusive colonies in the system. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? You brought an end to the chaos on Tartarus and proved yourself the most capable leader left in the colony. With Sophia Akande as your adjutant, you returned in triumph to Byzantium. All of Halcyon was yours. In time, you demonstrated a talent for leadership that far surpassed your predecessor, Chairman Rockwell. With your steady hand, you guided Halcyon through the turbulent years to follow and helped ensure the colony's survival. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.